We are now recording.
So, last we left off, we had a bit of a topsy-turvy moment, running afoul a person who claimed themselves to be a Yeti of some kind, when in all actuality they were a strange sort of elemental. And then one of our dear compatriots got shot at after being in the wrong place at the perfect time. And then they went to investigate, finding out about the lingering essence of a portal, specifically a dark portal. And after attempting and successfully concluding in doing so, sealing the portal with the help of Aster's shadow, or the thing that lurked inside of it, they're back on their way. Do you guys set out with the others again as they're starting to round up all the kids and head towards the North Pole, or do you stop and linger behind and talk to the rest of your group of what happened?
Yeah, do you explain anything, guys?
It
Weren't
can
you
wait
there
for
with
later.
us?
No, it
Okay.
was just you and
Arthur,
me.
Helia, and Lux all were hanging back.
Right, yeah. And Lance was even
Lex?
there.
Yeah, Lance, I had you kind of on the train still with Razz and Azazel, but you can like see what's happening. Of like one of your teammates is rattled and the other one is as casual as ever. Lex looks on guard as per usual. So if you want to place yourself next to anybody, that's fine.
No, But yeah.
Again, I say it can wait for later. Right now, it's just vacation.
Yeah, Tsubasa is debating. Okay, we got the problem taken care of. I did actually get shot. Is Christmas Eve, with us taking an active break, really the best time to say, hey, there's some trouble afoot? Tsubasa does glance at Aster about that, just like, do we tell him or?
Head shake. Very, very clear head shake.
Yeah, he. The message is loud and clear. He doesn't say anything.
Okay. So do you text Lance that you're headed to the North Pole and that someone will wait for him to catch up?
Yeah, yeah. Just a quick text of, hey, if you're awake, we're heading up to the North Pole. Someone will wait for you.
He just gets like a hat giving a thumbs up in response, like a sticker.
It's just.
I was about to say I'd bet 5 money on Lance having the most anime stickers available to him.
Yeah, no, and Lance will. There will be a fairly significant pause before Lance gets a text back of just, why are you like this? Why can't you just say normal words?
Because then they gotta be admitted to normal, and that's not the case.
Well, you were not wrong.
But Lex does, like, I assume this is in the group chat.
Yeah.
Lex does look at the rest of you and give you the look of go on ahead. I'll wait for him. And just kind of steps back while the rest of the kids start to begrudgingly follow behind the conductor, and who steps up next to you, asks her, pats your shoulder as a symbol of thanks. and gestures for the kids to start to follow.
Thumbs up.
Tsubasa does pause for a moment before he just looks at Aster and the others going, I think I'll stay behind with Lex. You know, just to make sure everything's alright.
Alright.
Totally not being paranoid right now. Anyways. He does skirt around. Just...
So do the rest of you head on with the rest of the group?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Alrighty. As the rest of you start to head towards the North Pole, Lex does take note of the direction they're traveling, which is to the right, away from where the person had been standing previously. And just waits and watches for a little bit. Lance, trying to figure your way past the train car situation is taking you longer than expected, especially considering Azazel is asking you a ton of questions. And it's just like,
What specifically?
Azazel is a first year. You're a fourth year or older.
Yes.
So it's literally just like, so what do I gotta expect? Is it like super heavy and like on studies? Do I have to actually keep up with the whole Keyblade stuff even though I don't got one? Stuff like that.
Keep up on the studies. Don't sleep during any of the class. Not even a nap.
Never gonna live down sleeping through history class.
Never.
So while that's happening and Razz is trying to keep Azazel from heading out into the cold, being worried as she is about her little sibling. Tsubasa,
Yeah.
Lex is not speaking up, but is giving you a curious look of why did you stay back?
He doesn't say much initially, just trying to be patient as they wait for Lance before he glances over at Lex, just like, yeah? What's up?
You weren't in any danger.
What do you mean?
That shot,
Ugh.
it was meant to scare. I know a fake shot, or a blank, I suppose.
Still got real close.
Yeah, it's supposed to. It's called grazing you. If that. Supposed to scare you from not coming back. Or getting closer, for that matter, but I don't think you have a self-preservation instinct to save your life.
Okay, well, I have a little bit.
He smirks, and as if to say, I don't have one either.
Tsubasa just grins back at him. Still with...
No, but seriously, what's the deal? You look like you have something on your mind.
You say that like that's different from the usual?
Well, do you want me to be honest? On Christmas Eve? To your face?
Do you want to be honest on Christmas Eve to my face?
Like that's any different from normal? And he grins.
Yes, Lex, I want you to be honest. Even on Christmas Eve. Maybe even especially.
You look like you're about to explode from trying to not ask 10,000 questions.
I mean, you're not wrong, maybe, possibly. Just, I don't think they're good to be asking on Christmas Eve anyways.
There are no stupid questions, only stupid answers.
Is that Lance coming up on us?
Yeah.
Get your token,
Perhaps.
man.
Hey, Lance.
So what sort of questions are we asking here?
None so far.
So there's still time.
He just sighs and pinches the bridge of his nose. I mean, okay. It doesn't change the fact I don't think we should be talking about it on Christmas Eve.
Is it questions about Easter?
Yeah, sure, totally.
Lex does seem to have his hands in his pockets and wasn't, gesturing wildly like he normally does when he gets excited about, pulling his friends a little bit. But he does seem calmer and is just staring in the direction of where presumably the North Pole is.
I would assume he's staring towards the north. Then?
Well, yes.
That is the direction of the North Pole.
I mean, unless you're facing west, then then the North Pole is to your east.
No, that's not how cardinal directions work at all.
It totally is.
I know. Listen. I know women aren't great at cardinal directions, but come on. And I'm not trying to be. It is an actual psychological thing.
If you're facing to the west, north is to your east.
No, that's not how cardinal directions work.
Is this in character?
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, it is now. Just no, Lance. That's not how they work.
He's just staring into the middle distance towards the ground now. Like, he's not looking towards the North Pole, he's just kind of staring openly now, just listening to you guys.
Come on, we should probably at least try to catch up with the others.
You say that like it's gonna be difficult, like they were walking fast.
He's just staring at you, Lance.
Quit staring at me with those big ol' eyes. It's not that.
Why, do you find them
fast have
cute?
they been moving? You shut.
Just sticks his tongue out at Lance, just
This to you too. So wait, which
yeah?
way did they go? Obviously towards the north, but
North, I presume. He says anyway.
obviously they went north, but which way is north?
Which way do you think is
North.
His face is forward. Points that way.
Which way?
Just points towards the direction directly in front of him.
I mean,
Technically correct. Congratulations, you know your cardinal directions. Sometimes. And he starts to walk.
What? And then he'll just to the left. And now north is that way.
that's not how it works, Lance.
It is
as
totally
he's
how it
following
works.
Lex right now, just that's not how it works at all, ever. Stop that. Why are you like
But,
this?
what's both of your passive perceptions?
It is... Alright, 24.
Lance?
You're still involved, Lance. Unmute yourself.
Passive perception is 18.
Lex seems to be toying with something in the left pants pocket of his pajamas, but hasn't otherwise taken his hand out or shown you what it is. But he is definitely toying with something, kind of the same way you would fidget with an item that is not a fidget toy.
Like a pen. Click, 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 click.
It doesn't sound like a clicking.
What you messing with, Lex?
Don't worry about it.
What?
Is it making a sound?
Not that you can hear. You can basically just see him moving barely his hand.
Mm.
You're on the left side of him, Tsubasa. You can hear the ever so faint, but like it's not hollow, tink tink tink. It's like something is full, kind of like a container or a casing of some kind.
Can he listen closer? Is
Make a
it,
perception check for me.
do I have to do it with disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
Son of a bitch. How's a 25?
Actively listening. You were right about it being a casing of some kind. It sounds like metal? A shelling, maybe? Some kind of outer casing to protect something. Or maybe house something? But without seeing it, you can't really discern.
He does tilt his head as he just watches and listens for a moment. It's just like, I mean, is it just something to fidget with?
Does it matter?
Oh, I guess not. I will admit.
Why are you so curious?
Well, I mean, I don't know, I guess because I'm curious about you, how you've been doing.
Is that one of your questions that you refuse to ask me?
Well, no, I just didn't get a chance to before that one showed up, and he just points at Lance.
Well, now that one has a name.
Yeah, it's that one right now.
Wha-
I'm doing fine. He just ignores the indignation in the air as you. It's like they're not far ahead, it's just that you're keeping a slightly slower, if not matching pace, so they're constantly ahead of you.
Yeah.
And it's just. I'm doing fine, really. Just. recovering, I guess.
From
Dad's been slowly working on recovering my sight.
how's that been going?
And in that side, I can make out shapes. They're blurry, but
I mean,
it's work in progress.
any improvement's good improvement.
Yeah, considering I could have died.
But you didn't.
Barely.
It is good to see you again and actually talk to you again instead of throwing messages into the void and hoping you see them. Have you been seeing them?
Some of them. Hard to get reception where I'm currently stationed. Or I guess living. It's easier to get letters through, I'll say that much.
Well, then for the next few months I'll send letters instead.
He just smiles. As you see up ahead, the group starting to either slow down or kind of split off into different smaller groups. And you're starting to hear the hustle and bustle of a very, very busy city.
North Pole sounds really busy.
Well, I mean, it's Christmas Eve, for one.
But
At the North Pole,
yeah,
where Santa is. Well, one.
stop making sense. Stop making good points.
I'll stop when there aren't good points to make sense with.
So do you guys rush ahead to meet the others?
Not rush. Probably just like
Picking up the pace a
keep
little.
the same pace.
Yeah. He wants to ask so badly, but it's Christmas Eve.
It's Christmas. I shan't.
He shouldn't.
You're having a struggle over there.
Who?
All of us.
So this is going to be a big map. So
We're about to have a different kind of struggle. Excuse me. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Right. B.
Mass. Whoa.
There we are.
Where?
Upper left, yeah. There we go.
you guys, as you approach with the rest of the group, you kind of linger behind, not because, your friends are behind you or that you're out of sorts, but rather you're taking in just how massive this town is and how many people, either natives to the region or otherwise chose to stay here. There's just a lot. You even see a couple of dream eaters, a couple of guardian nightmares. You swear you see one of the shops signaling a Keyblade accessory shop, but you think that can't be right. That can't be right. But it's
Immediately drawn towards the shop.
from your perspective, if you're facing the conductor, it is the first one on your left. So this one.
Okay.
Zoom your ass over there.
Lex seemingly has chosen to somewhat stick behind, keeping a close distance, but not, being right next to you guys.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Would I recognize any of the Nightmare Dream Eaters?
You recognize a good number of them, mainly because in the snowier climates, you have been taught that ice cubes like to roam around, ice penguins.
Mhm.
The ones that just kind of slide on by. A
The
couple
vibe,
of those are
yeah.
seen. Yeah, they just keeps sliding around kind of through the river next to you, and they seem to be on a slight patrol in case something goes wrong. And there's a couple of very small Neko cats. Like, they seem to be prancing about, not really caring much. There's a couple of Komori bats hanging out in the trees. So their color patterns are more wintry, more than Dream Eater or Nightmare. They seem to be adapted to the living conditions.
Yeah. Aster, being who he is, checks his pockets to see if he has any treats.
Roll a d20 for me. Call it high or low. High or low if you have what you want.
High if I have the good shit. Low if I have the basics.
Alrighty, go ahead.
That's basics.
Yeah. You have the normal treats. You left the best of the best at home, not expecting to, encounter some rare Dream Eaters and Nightmares, at least in their fur colorations.
Just staring. Offer?
So in that tree, there's a family of white, green, and red-nosed Komori bats. And they, the bigger ones kind of skitter off into the topmost portions of the trees, but you see a couple of smaller, thus younger ones kind of sniff from a distance.
Oh, yeah, the sniff snarf? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sneeze snorf.
Just waiting. He keeps his hands out.
The gentlest of clambering down a branch, hopping, fluttering down, more climbing. Because they're up near the top, and you just see these, like, tiny little eyes. And they eventually get to your hands, and they're so small. They can't be more than a couple of weeks old. So they don't understand, like, the dangers that their, parents probably do. And just sniff, snorf, sniff. The tiniest of claws reaching out for one of the biggest snacks, like a fucking baby owl trying to steal an entire person. Like,
Yeah. Casts tongues on himself.
uh,
Here you go, little friend.
you get the squeakiest response of, "Oh, you understand me. Weird."
I live on a Dream Eater farm.
What's that?
Imagine your tree, but a lot bigger for all sorts of Dream Eaters.
What's a Dream Eater?
Cousins. They're cousins to you.
Continued failing at clawing over the biggest treat.
If you go get your elders, they'll probably help you eat that. I have more than likely. What do you guys normally eat?
Berries. Lots of berries. This smells good, though. I want it. Like that little child thing of, you have given me sugar.
Nearby berries? Does someone feed you, or do you go get the berries yourself?
Inside person feeds this area. They say it's a sector of the town.
Alright. Do you know where I could find this big person? I want to get more treats.
one of the other wing points towards the L-shaped house right here.
Listen,
Yeah.
he will kind of slow climb up the tree a little bit. Just pour the rest of it,
Mhm.
pour the rest of what is in his hand onto a branch.
Mhm.
Just like, there you go. And then just kind of climb down. Devour. And we'll go begin to wonder.
What are the rest of you doing?
Tsubasa is mostly just looking around right now because, ooh, big place.
Surprisingly, Tsubasa, with your passive perception and insight combined, across the river you do actually see a small settlement of houses kind of built into a semi-closed ring. And then you see a couple of more houses in the distance, and you mostly start to see people come out of their houses in that respect of, oh, I see the conductor and kids with the conductor. Strange bigger kids with the conductor, but that should be fine. They seem to recognize and accept you guys because the conductor came in first.
Huh.
But before they just heard the train and fucking dipped for a second. Kind of like spooked animals.
Just, ooh, noise.
Yeah. But you do also see a couple more, afflicted. Older and kind of almost in an elder position. Not elderly, but in an elder position across the way. Talking with the kids, and they don't seem afraid. They don't even seem to be bothered.
Well, that has his interest. Just the fucking curious puppy head tilt as he looks over at this elder afflicted, basically. Just, I am tempted. Where exactly is this other afflicted? Or
Kind
just-
of in this area, kind of seated outside.
So he can't just hop over the river.
No, it's a wide river.
Yeah.
You could swim across it if you're not a coward.
No.
Ice bridge.
I mean, but no, probably not. He glances over at where this afflicted is and then up ahead where he saw the conductor going and just... We've got time to explore, yeah?
We have to be out by, like, Lex doesn't even turn to face you as everyone's starting to split off. We have to be back on the train by 12:01, but... And he kind of tilts his head and looks up towards the sky and goes, probably about 4 or 5 hours. And there's still the gifts, of course.
But there's time, as long as I'm there at least for the gifts, yeah?
Yeah, you should be fine. And starts to walk.
The fucking skitter energy as he just goes to check out this afflicted. Just, excuse me, Aster. I saw something.
Aster off.
What?
Because he's right on top of me. Look it.
No, he's right here in this square for me. Well, now
Refresh your roll 20.
Ooh, now I'm on top of you.
Because he
Isn't
can,
that
Yeah.
what
he
you
can
let
at least
stop?
see that the bridge is down here too, and knows he has to get there to get over here.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Aster off. What am I, a fucking light switch?
Yeah.
Hey!
Unruly dog, more like.
Significantly worse!
Love
Fuck
you,
you too,
buddy.
Canadian!
listen, we already know the Canadians are prone to war crimes. We just haven't said which kinds of wars.
Time.
Sometimes a war of wit, it counts.
Hey, all's fair in war. There is no such thing as a war crime because all is fair.
No.
No.
It's totally how it works.
Anyways.
No.
Ah. That works, I guess.
So while you're making the trek over there, what are the other four of you doing aside from Aster, who's probably going to be talking to the owner of what he recognizes as a sort of welcoming tavern of some kind?
Said this was like
A
this
welcoming
looks like
tavern that
a
is nice
Keyblade
to
accessory
commuters.
shop, correct?
Yeah.
Does it look like it's open for business? Or
The sign on the door says welcome in.
sure, why not? It's Christmas Eve.
Aster's also going to go in.
So the both of you step into this very dimly lit, but kind of in that sense of if it was any brighter, the owner might end up with like squinting. Of it's dim lit in that sense of whoever owns the place can't handle it any brighter.
Ah,
And behind the main counter, seemingly the only person who works in this massive building, is sort of young adult, kind of hard to tell gender, wavy brown hair with purple ends, with a sort of crescent shaped scar under one eye. And like it's hard to even tell if what color their irises are, because they're almost a pure silvery white against white sclera. So it looks kind of unnerving, and you realize that their hair color is not natural. It's very likely that they have some sort of astigmatism or blindness that adjusts with the light, so their eyes just automatically kind of glow in the dark, and they're dressed kind of nicely. Like I'm talking a nice blazer, a tank top underneath, and like it looks nice for a place that probably only sees these kinds of visitors every couple of years.
mm,
And you do look around, and you realize the term accessories was probably not the first thing that should have popped into your mind. They look like genuine keychains. And I'm not talking like I'm talking like the shit that goes on the end of your phone.
ooh,
So it's a keychain for your keychain.
Booster pack.
take your first.
You're not sure whether or not this shop actually has genuine like keychains, but as far as you're concerned, it doesn't seem to matter, because from what you're looking at, there have been previous keychain keyblade holders that have decorated their ends of their keyblades, because some things are straight up out of stock,
Mm-hmm.
and some of them include a like present wrapped candy cane. Some of them it's just a pine tree that's colored red and green. Stuff like that. But you also see things like world-based keychains. Like there's a Hercules figurine keychain.
Are there any like scented keychains? Like scratch and sniff?
Like a car. Like an air
Yes.
freshener for a car.
Yes.
With a kind.
Form change.
Why do I feel like
Alert.
I can feel Ren dying in the background?
Form
No.
change. 1924
No
Taurus.
scented? No.
I had to genuinely take a breath. Hold on.
Like suffering.
You asked for
Thanks,
chaos.
I did. I said do your worst, and you haven't made me laugh yet. You know what? Here's your incentive. You get a bonus +5 to any roll if you can make me genuinely burst out laughing for longer than a minute.
Okay, so you're just asking for a Herculean challenge. Got it.
Okay,
Why
go.
Huh?
I was just making a joke. I said, "K, go." You're the only one
No,
who can
Cayde
do it.
makes me sigh and sit there in dead silence for 5 minutes straight. That's not laughing for a minute.
Bullshit! I have heard him say some shit to me, and you have not been able to breathe. Fucking, i.e., the time you witnessed the Raigeki!
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry. No, we don't. Not talking about it. It's like the Yu-Gi-Oh equivalent of Monk with a gun. We don't talk about it.
Whole thing.
Don't say poor thing like I'm a fucking beaten dog. Hey!
It's
Stop
the
it!
whole thing.
Oh. My bad. Oopsie poopsie.
Bless your heart.
Hey! You watch your fucking mouth. Watch your goddamn mouth. I know what that means.
Oh, you poor thing.
Hey, don't go from bad to worse. Bitch.
Stop
Oh,
trying
stop
to
it.
take him out, Ren. Come on. We're trying to take you out.
Give the druid a gun. I don't care anymore.
No, shut the fuck up. I give everything guns. It's my thing. I'm Southern. Again, something I'm probably gonna get a knock on the door for at 5 a.m.
Probably. Anyways.
Okay, what are you guys doing in the accessory shop?
I was gonna ask
Okay,
for
first
more
off-
like generic ones, like animal-based ones.
Yeah, there's a good number of like crows and ravens, and yes, there's even a little notation on both of the like hangars where they're stored. In bright red letters, crow, and in bright green letters, raven. And like there's dogs, and even there's some kinds of fishes, and there's a dinosaur one.
What kinds of fish?
A fish. What do you want me to say?
What?
Fish.
Like anglerfish?
No.
Sunfish? What?
There's not
Ah.
every kind of fish, but think like Love Disc from Pokemon.
Okay.
I was going to ask if he sees one of a lion or of a cat.
You hush! Anyway. You do see a black cat, a like tabby orange cat, a black and white cat. Like it's like a variety. There's also a couple of sleeping lions that are curled around a present. One that is sitting underneath a tree. And there's various levels of intricacy to them. Some are more costly, have more intricacies, stuff like that.
Okay. He's gonna go up to the person. He's gonna ask, excuse me, what's the currency? Is it money?
Canadian style, holly and jollies.
Why does that hurt me? I should penalize you just for that. Anyway. You get the response of a like patient smile, even though like this entire time their eyes have been watching you kind of from the dark. Like in that, not in the creepy manner, but in the owner manner of, oh god, there's not young kids in here, there's older kids in here, that's worse. Like, it's almost as if this person is used to little kids being like, ooh, shiny, and trying to take them without paying. And you coming up soothes their worries a little bit. And they just go, it's genuinely, we take about everything here, just in different exchange rates. So, it's, what do you got?
Fuck.
I don't think I'd take that.
Hang on. I need to find a thingy. Where is it? Because I know he has money. Because
You
If
he
you,
has
if
a...
basically
you need to
have like a
borrow
black
money,
card with a gold stripe at this point.
if you
Yeah.
need to borrow some money, I got you.
No, I think I'm good. You take card?
This person raises a brow in that sense of like, that's not the weirdest question I've ever been asked, but that's up there. What kind of card?
Shows whatever card you decide. Would you be...
I don't think your father would have straight up given you his card, but you do have your own connected to the same bank account, essentially.
I'm
As
sure
like
there's a
as of right
limit.
now. There is a limit, yeah, because you're not accessed entirely to the funds right now. But it just gets a look of, okay. Kind of brushing it aside. You're like, yeah, you take card.
Okay, thank you. Goes back to the kitchen and gets, if there's a blue cat, he'll take that and a sleeping lion one.
Lance, what are you getting?
Again, are there any like scratch and sniff type keychains?
There are not. They seem to be out of stock.
Oh, that's what like specific to this world? Because you mentioned there were like world-based keychain.
Yeah. There's a couple of sleigh bells. They seem to have no actual inside ringers. But there are like sleigh bell modeled ones. There's a couple of reindeers modeled after the different reindeer names. And there's one of presents specifically of different color varieties. There's even one that has a like a quote unquote lump of coal.
Is there one based off Blitzen?
There is. It's Blitzen like swirling around in a like quote unquote vortex of like energy behind it. Like a little tiny tornado underneath Blitzen and moving quote unquote fast in the keychain.
So it's like an animated type of keychain.
I'd say more holographic.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's like a little on the expensive side.
How expensive is it? Expensive?
How much money do you got?
Like 4,000. I've got 4,745.
It's closer to, because I use money as a sort of reference to yen, I'd say it's like 1,000 money. Because 1,000 is like $10.
Yeah. Grabbing one of Blitzen and the lump of coal, and I'm gonna buy those.
So, Arthur, don't worry about your nonsense. You're fine. This motherfucker over here has to keep track.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, when you start getting low, I'll tell you and start marking it for you.
Yeah.
But right now, you're not
I haven't
worrying
been
it.
choosing money, so I'll be
Yeah.
fine for a while.
Yeah, you're in the Gwen predicament. Which is upsetting to me and me alone.
Yeah, how's it feel?
But it's great, actually. Just ask him for money whenever you need it instead of being a fucking pussy about it. Anyway.
You guys should take notes.
But Lance, mark off 1250. You know those like backpack pins or keychains? That's what the lump of coal is. Like you pin it to your backpack and it just kind of shines a little bit because it's supposed to represent actual coal, which does have like a greenish shine to it.
So it's not like a fuzzy dice type of keychain.
No.
Fuzzy coal. Cool and fuzz. Like what? Do you think it would be like peach fuzz?
I hate you.
Love you too.
Nope. Moving on.
Where would the peach fuzz even come from? Working logically.
Come on, guys. You're not even halfway into the center of the fucking city. Come on now. Helia, what are you doing?
Just sort of following the conductor and the children.
You hear Marigold squeaking in your hair. Because it's cold!
Mother, why have you brought me here?
I don't think you fully registered that Marigold was in your hair to begin with. Just, oh, not again. Come on. Like,
The energy of oh, what the hell are you doing here? I thought I left you in the dorm.
yeah. Just the
Just
incessant squeaking of, why have you brought me here? I didn't want to!
You're not supposed to be here. I left you in the dorm where it was warm.
Marigold really fucking channeling the Spanish Inquisition, isn't she?
Nobody expects them.
Just hand in here, gently pet the marigold like they're there. It's okay. Can hear Yuffie dying.
I didn't expect Cayde to unmute, add to my joke, and then return to mute that quickly.
So, as you're following behind the conductor, you see that he's leading most of the very young kids with a couple of the other chaperones over to, like, this area, which seems to be, like, literally for the express, which is conveniently not too far from where you see, I'm not gonna say it like that, because that's what they say in the movies, and everybody gets onto their ass about it. You see Santa's sleigh starting to be set up? And you see a bunch of, like, straight up elven individuals, a couple of tieflings, mostly humans being, helping out, volunteering.
Yeah,
But it's like super packed in this area. So people aren't really paying attention aside from, oh, there's itty bitties, we need to be careful.
Be careful, there are children and really short adults.
Yeah. So what are you doing?
Watching, seeing what's going on, staying out of people's way because she does not want to be in the way.
Alright, so you're people watching. You do notice that there's a weird freneticism, sort of frenzied nature of people who have been planning something for a very long time and realize that they still don't have enough time. That kind of freneticism. Of, oh god, there's more than we expected. Oh!
The ah.
Yeah. And it's, aside from that, it is a very otherwise calming atmosphere because it seems like a very normal worry to have. It almost, while you're people watching, you almost forget the shit you're going through. Aster, what are you doing? Before we get back to Tsubasa.
Knock, knock. Be polite before opening door, if the door is allowed to be open.
You hear from inside a very soft, come in.
Steps in. Hello. The dream eaters in the trees told me to come in here. Or at least they told me this is where they get the good food.
I sure hope so. I do feed them quite often, even though my husband tells me not to. And you see a very warmly lit interior, like kind of sconce light almost, but contained in like little boxes, torches, but contained lanterns almost. And there's tavern tables and people sitting at them. Some are asleep, some are just chatting around the sleeping ones. And there's someone behind the main like bar area that is happily humming to a tune, but the person who spoke to you is behind the entrance counter, as if to wait on anybody that might come in during a busy rush. But she's a very short, stocky kind of woman. Kind of heavier set, but happily indulging in the fact that she has new clientele. Because odd to see your kind around here. I don't mean offense, sorry. I must have come out rude.
Fine. To specify, do you mean Blader or motions to just himself?
In general, the last I saw of someone your age being around here is... oof. Gonna make me feel old. About 30 years ago. Some pair of twins, always causing a fuss.
Real quick, just for humor's sake, motions to about Julius's old height when he was a kid, about this tall, dark skin, pale hair.
That would be it.
I'm his son.
Oh joy. Well, isn't that just a delight, sweetheart?
I apologize
Come
for
take
whatever
that
he
on
did.
me. Oh, he didn't do anything. I'm more worried about his sister showing up.
Yeah, blanket apology for Auntie. She means well.
Oh, I know. So does Santa.
Oh, that's a sentence. Cool. What happened?
And she laughs, one of those like belly laughs that she has to put her hand on her stomach to like genuinely control. He goes, sit, I'll tell you all the good stories, and in the meantime, try not to feed the dog too much. He will pout and beg at you. And you do see like this like I'm talking big plush toy sized like Orlion, that big paws of this one's going to be massive when it's older, kind of floppy and just like looking at you pathetically.
Hand on head. You're gonna be a guardian breed.
You seem to know quite a bit, she says as she walks up behind you and takes a seat.
Dad runs a Dream Eater farm with a side place for nightmares that are in recovery.
He grew up to be a fine man then. Proud of him.
Yeah.
He was
Fine
one
man
humiliated
is-
kid.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that again. To be fair, though, I'm not much better, and as if on cue, there's just a shuffle in the back before clawed hands, zippy, around the shoulder, staring at the Guardian.
Big ol' wagging, like full body wagging. That is friend shaped.
Grab
There's no fear in that Orlion's eyes.
looking directly at the tavern owner. There's just hands suddenly pat on Aster's face. He just goes zippy, zippy. Go play with the Orlion. Leap.
Zippy will not be returned to you probably until the end of the night, because that Orlion is going to both play and cuddle with Zippy. As a baby.
Meanwhile, Zippy, the raccoon gif of just thank you. This is my friend now. We stay. Fucking, I have a mount now. Suffer. I have the power of God and this lion I found.
What you got there, an Orlion?
Hey Zip, what you got there, buddy? Smoothie. Oh.
You do
okay.
notice very clearly around the Orlion's neck of like a collar that says return to this address underneath a name that says Spot, and you realize it's because there's a big old like nightmare adjacent spot over the right eye and just nothing behind those eyes.
Recovery?
Don't worry about it.
Well, there's recovery and then there's mixed breeding, so.
It's more complicated than that. But go ahead, catch me up to speed. I'll make us something to eat.
Alright.
As she snaps her fingers and you see like a bunch of the different left around utensils and brooms and stuff come to life and start to move of their own accord.
Big ol' eyes of how the hell you do that?
And she just smiles and doesn't say anything, waiting for you to tell her, basically catch her up to speed.
Well, after I don't know what I'm catching you up to speed on, but he's doing fine. Dad is. Mom not in the picture at the moment. He's going on dates again. And Auntie is currently a leading figure, technically politically, in the academy. So,
As you start to catch this woman up, who doesn't really introduce herself, but you catch a glimpse of her name tag that says Anastasia. And underneath it says, if you're this close to read it, just call me Anna. And you start to catch her up to speed, just aimless things that she might know and might not. She never really interrupts you. She just listens. Tsubasa.
Yes.
In the time that's happening, you kind of rush your way over past some greenhouses with like thick, dense foliage, and you see sparks of color and vibrancy inside those rooms that catch your attention for later. But you're kind of focused on getting to where you hear distant but boisterous laughter. And you see this person, this elderly afflicted. And they have a sort of tail, though it's different from yours. They have bright white hair that seems to almost reflect the sunlight, quote unquote sunlight. And they have bright green eyes. Like, I'm talking neon. As if they chose to be the most loud and eye-catching person there. And it takes you a moment to realize that they have wings. Snow owl wings. And it's almost like they chose to be that on purpose, specifically to blend into this environment. So they either became an afflicted here, or became one and found out how to move in properly here. Regardless, they've been here long enough that they're trusted. That even with the slight fangs you see from their laughter as you approach, and the crinkles to their eyes, that spells of a younger mischief, and the bags under their eyes of probably nights similar to yours. They are laughing and having fun and talking to the children who are like, "That can't be it! That's not how you handled that! Come on, you're not a Keyblader!" Then just the, no, I'm not. But I'm very, very good with improvised weapons.
Tsubasa's just sort of lingering behind the tree, watching and listening to this for a moment, because he got over here. He didn't make a plan while he was getting over here. But just... he's only come in at part of the story, now he wants to know the beginning.
You hear them going back and forth about what you can assume is a story about how this person fended off some monster or some great beast in the wilds of the North Pole, kind of the outskirts of this wintry landscape, and did so without a Keyblade, kept it at bay, was this heroic and brave young man. And then sometimes the scene changes and it's a heroic, curious young girl. Just, you never know. And the children don't seem to be bothered at all. If anything, they're more curious about how they did it, because they always seem to have wings. In every story that is briefly told about, this person always has wings.
He continues listening for a little bit before he just starts naturally migrating over to the rest of the group, because he wants to get closer and is trying to listen.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not saying anything just yet, just wanders over to stand with the children, or sit with, well, stand with them. He isn't sitting yet.
And as you kind of move to be within eyesight of, like, eyeline of this person, their eyes snap towards you, as if registering you're there finally.
Just,
Boy,
yes?
come here for a moment.
Alright. He goes over to the other afflicted.
And as you walk over to them, they start rummaging around in their, like, overly sized, like, trench coat or a winter coat that looks kind of like a parka or something like that, and just takes out a small envelope. Goes, could you deliver this to the greenhouse near the bridge? They'll know it's from me.
Alright, but why me?
They wink and continue talking about some other story, still holding out the envelope.
He takes the envelope, giving it the most confused look before he... Because does the other afflicted say or do anything?
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah, no, once he's no longer being acknowledged, she's just like, okay, I guess I'll take care of this. And starts wandering back over to the greenhouse. Because, I mean, he listened, and now he's been given a reason to go to the greenhouse, so... Is it this one?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Just... The most confused looks as he approaches, as he comes up on the greenhouse, just like, okay, so... Wait, who am I supposed to give this to?
Do you look at the front of the envelope?
Yes.
In golden calligraphy script, almost as if it was written in liquid gold, it reads, "To my dearest Anastasia."
Huh. Alright then. And at that point he does go into the greenhouse and looks around for really the nearest person he could talk to.
As you step in, it is almost unbearably warm. If it weren't for the fact that you're in pajamas and you can't, without public indecency and also around North Pole, you would probably be burning up in your normal outfit. Like, it feels like you went from winter to tropics in like a flat 5 seconds.
The visible brief wilt just, oh.
But there's a bunch of flowers and chattering from distant points, and even with your perception, it seems muffled. But as you step into the main path, someone from kind of off of it, like, looks at you, and it's hard to see their eyes, but they're in, like, hunter's attire. Like, I'm talking the beige and the browns and the baggy pants, and it's not quite camo, but it is like huntsman. And they have horns like yours, and a tail like yours. And the only thing that doesn't match up to you is that they have odd, almost reptilian wings.
Hello?
Good evening! With the loudest voice possible.
Let me tell you, the actual physical jump I had was the same thing Tsubasa did. Just, hi, you've got horns like I do.
Yes, I do!
Please not so loud, I can hear you alright.
I'm not being loud, you're being quiet. Speak a little louder, boy.
I was told to give this letter here to the greenhouse, and it's addressed to a Miss Anastasia.
She is across the river. However, she does stop by here after the festivities are done with to relax.
Okay, should I go ahead and give this to her, or...?
I will hold on to it. Oh, that old geezer down the way probably sent you.
The one with wings?
Yes. Our scout.
you don't mind me asking, what kind of afflicted are you?
Afflicted. I do not know this term.
Well, I mean, you have horns and a tail like I do, and I'm considered afflicted back home.
This is a spell. I can wave it away anytime I wish. This is just how I prefer to look.
Oh. Okay.
Think of it as a reflection of the soul. What memories and childhood youth and innocence you can glean from it, at least.
So, it's a spell that shows the appearance of your soul?
Yes. Is that not what you're doing?
No, it was not willing. Exactly.
Oh, my apologies, my boy. That does not sound very fun. Like, for example, and he snaps, and he changes to a full snow owl form. Like, has the snow owl wings, has the halo of snow owl feathers. Like, even has feathers behind his ears. But still wearing that stupid getup.
Just the visibly surprised and startled look of just, okay,
I'm as fluid as a river when it's not frozen. Sometimes this gets stuck. And snaps again and is perfectly human. Whoop, wrong one. Goes back to the first one.
Well,
Right, the envelope. Hand it over.
right, and he holds the envelope out with, like, both hands, just sort of, I don't want this to drop at all.
You are far too skittish, my boy.
I'm working
And just
on it.
carelessly takes it from you, like that kind of lazy flick of the hand of like, whoop, it's mine now. With such practiced precision that the only thing that's slightly off kilter is the fact that you're smaller than the other afflicted.
He still can't help but stare at the afflicted because he looks like a dragon, yeah?
Yeah.
And it obviously has Tsubasa thinking just, okay, so I've been told several things. Just, that's supposed to be a dragon-like form, yeah?
Yes. Dragons were my favorite in my youth. And I came here specifically to see if they were real.
Did you find out?
Yes.
Were the dragons you met nice?
I don't think that's relevant. That was not the question I pondered.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Reality is often harsher than any fiction your mind can produce. So, keep your expectations a little low, my boy. And walks into the fucking foliage.
Tsubasa just staring into the middle distance of... I've already met the mean ones, don't worry.
You do, for some reason, in one of your hands, specifically your left one, find a small wrapped gift. Like one of the ones that you'd find in a convenience store. One of those, like, semi-translucent bags made of fabric.
Hello? Okay. Just audible confusion as he looks closer at this gift. Just, wait, when did this get here?
You hear the slight clinking of two little things clinking together. Two very small things clinking together in a small bag.
He's going to try. There's nothing preventing him from opening it, yeah?
Nope.
Yeah, no, he's going to just sort of like open the bag to try to take a peek inside. Not all the way, but just enough.
There's two small little painted blue diamonds. Like, they look fake. Like, that's not even a joke at that point. It looks like those... For example, for you specifically, Cherry, because this is something I can show you.
Okay.
It looks kind of similar to those little blue diamonds that I keep in my dice bag.
Oh, okay.
The ones that are plainly fake.
Yeah. But these just appear fake.
No, they look like the diamonds that I have in my bag, like
Okay.
this.
Ah, okay.
They look like Chaos Emeralds. Topical, I think. I'll take a picture of one of those and send it to you guys for later reference.
But yeah, no, he still very much confused, but he does take one out of the bag to get a closer look at it.
It looks like a plastic shiny trinket. Like, it looks less than worthless.
He can't help but give a smile and a small laugh at that because he has no idea where this came from, but it's still kind of cute that it ended up in his hand anyways, just this completely random little thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes ahead and he actually he takes the other one out as well and just sort of holds them in his palm for a moment, just trying to see if any light reflects off of them or something like that. But eventually he does put them back into the bag and just sort of like how Lex was fidgeting with the not fidget toy casing in his pocket, he just sort of starts rolling them around together within the bag.
Okay.
As he's...
But
Oh, yeah.
do you head out?
He does take a glance around the greenhouse for a moment. Just... Is there anything else interesting in here?
Other than the fact that it's perfectly green in the middle of a winter landscape.
Yeah, but then he does head out.
Gee, it's almost like the purpose of a greenhouse.
I'm going to fucking fight you, Nia.
You can try.
I will succeed. But yeah, he does wander back out of the greenhouse, just like...
You're like a 2x4 waterlogged by dishwater.
Excuse me?
Nia.
Oh. Yeah.
Well.
Tsubasa starts wandering over to where Helia is. Just...
So what are the rest of you doing now?
As Arthur goes out, he was going to check if Aku was around the immediate area, and if not, he would continue down the road to where they were heading.
You don't see Aku. But you do, like, catch glimpses of your teammates starting to run about and like go places. You do notice that the conductor had started to lead people into the town square, where you do see a bit of a commotion is happening, where you assume the beginnings of like getting everything ready is starting to happen.
Mm-hmm. Down the road.
You have unfortunately lost sight of Lex, though. It's funny, considering he's dressed in pretty dark colors,
Mm-hmm.
and he has, you know, dark hair or sometimes bright hair, depending on his magic, and just you've lost sight of him.
I'll let that be. What's a commotion?
You do see as you come into the town square that, yeah, the sleigh is nearly done being prepared, as about an hour has passed by this point. Just with the general wanderings and buying things and talking to people.
And I'm assuming he can probably see Tsubasa and Helia now.
Yeah.
Before he heads to them, can he see Aku from here?
What's your passive perception?
Should be 20. Yep.
Ma, why is there a blue cat on the roof?
Like, literally?
Yeah,
Looks like Auntie the fucking thing.
Which one?
the one that Tsubasa and Helia are right underneath. Like the awning and whatnot. Like, Aku, you know it's Aku because of the pastel and Lolita style fashion. And just like clambering onto the roof, and you hear the hushed tones of Ilsene just going, "Get down! No, stop it! Get down there! Stop! Stop it!"
Tsubasa openly watching this happen. No, hey Arthur.
Hey. You look up at the roof like, hey, Aku, I have a present for you.
Big ol' cat eyes. Yeah?
And then lifts up the cat keychain and
Oh,
shakes it.
It's like dangling keys in front of an ADHD person.
also known as distracting a cat.
Yeah.
Tsubasa just wait. When did you get? It's been an hour. How did you?
Didn't you see me go into that store?
No, I got distracted.
Oh.
Yeah, first
did-
you were watching your boyfriend.
How about you shut up, Helia?
No, I don't think I will.
Listen, he was being really cute. But no, I thought I saw an afflicted somewhere.
Do you think they're what does their tone convey, Tsubasa?
Wait, what?
I'm asking you, Cherry, what's the tone of Tsubasa?
Yeah, just mostly he still seems confused at the moment, and he's not hiding the little bag that he got. He's still twisting it around in his hand.
You seem confused about the interaction you had.
Brilliant, I love that. And he's just like, well, yeah, because I thought they were afflicted. They had wings, but then I ran into someone else who looked like they were afflicted, and they said it was just a spell. So, I'm just wondering now.
About life, why we're here.
All the
I'm
damn
stopping
time.
there.
Anyways, alright. How about just pointing at Arthur like the fucking Spider-Man point of view?
Aku does, like, from the top of the roof, like I'm talking the apex of that, like, sheer point, just jumps down because she's a cat, has no problems with it.
Mhm.
She does stumble a little bit because she's young and getting used to her footing. And she goes, "Where'd you get that?"
I bought it. Here you go. And just,
"It's for me?"
yeah, for you.
Well, I guess Aster's not the only one who can be cute. Anyways.
Yay.
Lance, you also have a boyfriend.
Yeah, I do.
You're just as gay as I am.
Yeah, I am.
You know, you weren't there for the snowball fight.
It was so fun.
No, as he says this, he's going to be as stealthy as possible to pack a snowball. That's a fucking 10. You guys see
You sure
that?
did pack one.
Yeah, no. He packs one and he just, without hesitation, lobs it at Lance.
Did I make what? What would I make? Can I intentionally fail my roll?
Sure.
Then that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, no, just snowball to the face then.
Just the sputtering of someone who was not expecting, who was half expecting that, but wasn't expecting it directly in the face.
At least it's not yellow. Ho ho.
What?
Gross.
What? You never had lemon snow before?
That's not. You know what? Sure, fine. Let's go with lemon snow.
Let's not.
Lance, who absolutely knows that's not what like,
God.
yellow snow is.
Damn, Tala. Fucking
Anyways,
Tala earned that +5.
No, I said for a fucking a minute.
Are you kidding me? She fucking eviscerates me and she doesn't get the +5?
No, it's because your debuff is stacking at this point.
You got. I hope it's contagious between you two fucks. Fuck both of you for that one.
Gonna derail this fucking insanity. Just how Tsubasa, after a moment, holds up the bag and is just like, ended up getting this too. Somehow.
I can't bang for a second. I'm getting eviscerated.
Nah, no, we're just gonna carry on from that. You get
Hey,
stuck
yo.
in there.
You're just gonna watch a man die in Brooklyn and walk away?
Yes.
Yeah. even my own damn brother.
What the fuck? This is bullshit. I got fucking eviscerated by fucking Parky over there. Fucking Norton. Snort laughing at my pain.
Okay, we're trying to get Rin, not Tala.
You think I have a fucking aim on this shit?
Well, clearly you don't.
I'm a fucking best and failing.
You're just casting a wide net and hoping it gets something.
Not on purpose! Fuck y'all, I'm gonna stay in the bar. Fuck all of you.
No. I'm okay. Why is Lex rolling stealth?
Wow.
So fuck you, he isn't.
And of course he rolls a fucking nat 20.
It's okay, don't worry about it.
It's fine.
Tsubasa, just someone was really sneaky with this as he's just holding the bag up. Maybe I'll give one
Reg?
to Aster. Yeah, no, there's a couple of little fake diamonds in here that someone just put in my hand when I was visiting the greenhouse.
Oh.
Somehow.
Do you think they have any properties? Special properties, I mean?
Maybe? He's going to pull one out again and just... You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to debuff myself. I'm going to use Arcana to see if there's any magical properties about them.
Go ahead and roll.
Of course.
They just look like plastic little diamonds, dude.
Oh, I can't really tell anything.
Helia's just gonna hold her hand out like, can I see?
And he'll let her see it.
May I roll Arcana?
Sure.
Can I roll Arcana on the other one?
No.
Nope.
Was that no to me or just to the general 13?
General 13 and to you.
I can't use Arcana on the other one?
Nope. Because it's basically the same item.
Can I try using Cure on it just for the shits and giggles?
Do you use Cure on it?
Yes.
The one in your hand or the one in Helia's?
The one in my hand.
It turns green.
Huh?
That's
Hey,
neat.
hey, Helia, try using a spell on the one you've got. No, use a fire spell.
That's if Helia even wants to.
Yeah, that's my... If we're gonna test this, I want to use something that isn't Cure, but also could be classed differently. Actually,
Mhm.
I would like to cast Identify.
You know, that would be the smarter idea. I just don't have that spell.
It's Helia. Helia has fun in being smart. Leave her alone.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
This is for what D&D players would know as an Iron Stone. They are both the same kind. They both hold one low-level spell for an entire day or until used. But it costs that spell slot to use. Basically, you use that spell slot for it to hold. You go on a short or long rest to recover that spell slot or whatever, depending on your class. And it's still there by the next day.
Okay.
Spell storage system.
It only holds third and below because of its size.
Just a little guy, but still
Mhm.
useful.
This
Helia will somewhat excitedly explain this to Tsubasa.
and Tsubasa, as this is explained to him, also becomes excited because that is actually really cool, really useful too.
Huh. As Lex speaks up and finally.
It's just
Welcome
that.
back.
Hi, Alex. When did you?
I've been here for like 5 minutes.
Do you enjoy sneaking up on us? Does this bring you joy?
Yes. Anyway,
Alright, fair enough.
You have a fun time.
I have been trying for so many years now to sneak up on Dad, and it just won't work. I have done it 3 times in quick succession to Uncle Gray. I don't know what it is with Dad. I really don't. I think he just knows.
Well, dads do tend to just know.
I wouldn't know.
Well, now
Damn.
you do.
Even the father that stepped up.
Lex's I wouldn't know does get a snort laugh from Helia.
Tsubasa just quietly asking for the other thing back because these are useful. I could use these for magic.
Yep. He does get him back.
They get tucked away now, just... Alright. Wait, hold on. Oh, I don't have pockets.
Do you not have pockets in your pajamas?
Why would I
Why do
need
you not have
pockets in my
pockets?
Why would I need pockets in my pajamas?
For snacks.
No.
And to carry your things.
I'm not carrying things when I'm going to bed.
You never know.
You never
Like-
know!
Exactly like
I-
right now.
Okay, first off, fuck you. Secondly, also fuck you.
How's the progress on the sleigh?
You guys have been talking for like 20, 30 minutes now, just going back and forth, and with Lex showing up, it's about 30. So they're steadily getting closer to being ready, and you see like people frantically getting everything situated. They're bringing out the reindeer, feeding them, making sure all the stuff is connected.
I should probably go see what Aster's doing.
I wish you luck.
Why do I need luck? He's my boyfriend.
Because he could be doing literally anything.
I mean, okay, yeah, you're not wrong. It is Aster. He's just walking away, just, alright, time to go.
Alright. Yuffie talking. That's the line. Enough for tonight, you know?
Huh?
I'm joking.
Uh,
The bullying shit. Fuck, never mind. Got way too fucking quiet.
I'm just confused.
Don't worry about it. Legitimately.
Okay. Well, Tsubasa's going to find Aster, just... Because I'm assuming he did see Aster heading into the tavern space when he was rushing past, yeah?
Sleep.
Yeah. going to peek inside to basically check, because that was the last spot that he saw Aster. Just, Aster, are you in here?
Rin.
If you're still catching Anna up, then yeah.
No, at this point, he would have at least caught up with, what's been told. And then
Mhm.
immediately followed up by, all right, do you need help around anything? And there's no way he's taking a, no, I'm good, without some sort of, at the bare minimum.
So you're kind of helping out in that sense of she's letting you do what you feel is best in the situation. Even though there are animated objects visibly doing most of the heavy lifting.
The funniest thing for a herald to be suffering from. I'm not being allowed to lift heavy objects.
Yeah, no, Tsubasa is peeking and saying all of this and just, Aster, are you in here?
Probably from somewhere in the back. Yep.
Well, the rest of us are gathered in the town square if you want to come along. I think they're getting close to done.
Give me a bit.
He'll shuffle.
I don't
his-
imagine I'd be given a gift first. My last name is Harold. So.
Yeah, but you'd still get to see the sleigh. And just spend some time with us.
Alright. Zippy, are you gonna stay? Yes. Cool.
Have we lost Zippy for the night?
Hmm?
Have we lost Zippy for the night?
I believe we've lost Zippy until next Christmas, depending.
We're not going to just leave him here.
I don't think we'll be able to draw him off.
Well, come on, let's go back to the others. He'll step back outside.
As Tsubasa said outside. Bye, Miss Anastasia.
Wait, Anastasia lives here?
Yep.
And,
She knew my dad.
before
And
they
Auntie.
leave, Tsubasa calls back to the door. Miss Anastasia, there's a letter waiting for you at the greenhouse.
Ah, thank you, sweetheart. And she just waves.
Yeah, he'll wave back before skittering after Aster. Just, alright, come on, let's go.
Alright. How are the kids doing? I know I kind of wandered off after inciting the best snowball fight ever.
They're doing pretty good, I think. Everyone seems excited for the sleigh, at least.
Santa.
Well,
Maybe
yeah.
not Moroz, but still Santa.
What? What are you saying? Are you saying?
I absolutely have a favorite Santa, yes.
Oh my god, Aster, I love you. Why are you like this? As they're walking up, Tsubasa does show Aster the spell storage gems. Just like I did get this too. They're for storing spells, basically.
Neat.
Yeah, I already used Cure on one, and he'll hold up the green one specifically.
Oh, that looks like a smaller version of what I just bought.
What'd you buy?
Uh-huh.
A green thing, I
Compared-
imagine.
Compared to your like given to like basically the size of what I showed you, Jerry.
Yeah.
except one is green and one is blue now. You see in his hand a slightly larger, more intricately carved plastic quote-unquote gem. It looks more like a garnet, like a cut. Hold on. Sweetie, don't get onto my ass. Hold on.
You're gonna be getting on to, bro. Exclusively.
For which. For which
Damn.
bit? I just took a drink.
No, we'll probably have to take the, probably, yeah. But, I'll explain this. He has, like, a garnet, like, you know those square-cut garnets?
Yeah.
He has one of those, but it looks clearly plastic, and it looks to be shining with some sort of gold or orange light inside. Like, they said this holds a spell of some kind. And it seems pretty destructive from what I can glean off of it. I don't know why they have it.
What do you mean destructive? Like the spell in it?
Yep.
Okay.
But I'm going to go over and watch things get set up. Enough buying. The first gift and all is pretty important, so don't just be handing things out.
The first what?
The first gift.
What's that?
Tsubasa now looking down at the gems in his hand.
The first gift is a tradition in the North Pole, from what I hear. Either Santa gives it out, or Santa lets a visitor hand one out. But regardless, don't just hand things out.
What if
Buying stuff is fine, but
what if something was already handed to you?
then it wasn't given. If you didn't see the person, it wasn't given. That's the rule. You have to see them.
Lex
Razz.
definitely heard his oops.
Yeah, no, Tsubasa staring at Arthur just like, wait, didn't you just...
I believe your lord fucked up.
Just the look of what happened.
Arthur
Did
just...
the exact thing you told us not to.
Yeah, Arthur just gave Aku a gift.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
Was it from the souvenir shop down the street?
Yeah.
That's fine. That's not. That doesn't count.
Cool.
Because it's literally just a souvenir. The first gift is, again, from Santa or to someone Santa deems as, first gift and whatnot.
It kind of put me on edge there for a second.
No, you're fine. Just waves it off.
How are
Aster's
you...
gonna put an
How
armor
do you
on
have more anxiety
Lex.
about that than I do?
Lex goes to say something and then immediately shuts his mouth and is like, I'm not gonna help my best friend like that, actually, no.
You should say it
Aster
anyways.
mumbling to Lex. Do it. Don't hesitate.
No. It ain't hesitation, it's I'm gonna get smacked.
I will literally
Mumbling
make sure
back.
you don't.
I will literally make sure you don't. Picked you up when you were doing that weird thing earlier. I assure you, none of them can stop me from protecting you.
That's very sweet. I was using gravity magic and Mom taught me how to use, so...
That means I was stronger than... That doesn't make sense. How... You mean I was stronger than gravity? What the... Balls is herald strength. Oh dear lord, now I understand why Dad only showed me how to do it once.
You'll have to
That's-
show me. Maybe I'll be able to justify it for you.
I can pick you up again.
Do not.
Nudge, you're fine. I'm not going to.
But as this conversation is being mumbled back and forth, you guys are kind of close enough to hear some portions of it. I don't think Lex is being too loud.
Not to mention, at least one of us, not to mention a number of us have over 20 perception standing right next to them.
Yeah, but it's also busy around you.
True.
I
Even if
imagine-
you are standing right next to somebody that is talking real low and you have a high perception, it doesn't matter if it's busy.
But yeah, no, Tsubasa is glancing over at them just like, what you guys talking about?
Nothing.
literally nothing important.
Alright.
But yeah, no, we can check it out when you get back.
Maybe. I still have, I think, it's a few months on my recovery plan. Or whatever they're
Yeah.
talking about.
A recovery plan's a good word for it, I imagine.
Well, yeah,
from
because
someone-
I can.
Tsubasa peering around Arthur just like, you'll be... Seems like you'll be back in time to see Arthur graduate.
That's the plan. I also should be stepping back into the spotlight, unfortunately.
Oh,
Dad can only get us a couple of years.
Well, if you're burned by the spotlight, get the... I'm trying not to cuss here in Christmas land. Just take a couple steps back.
That's fine. I'm mostly talking about I have to deal with politicians again.
Oh. No, I'm not... No. And he's like gonna look at Arthur. Zippy says this, not this person, for plausible deniability. You know my dad can, like, throw people, right? And politically, I don't think they can do much outside of be angry and seethe over it.
to be fair, Aster, my mom also throws people.
Yeah, but my dad's got a war goyle.
Okay. You could
don't know.
probably ask Arthur about the time Sokasama came into the castle.
It was
To be
very
fair,
loud. Many things were broken.
Yeah, she does.
To be
that.
fair, I've also learned that apparently my mom and I think it was Arthur's mom and dad were friends, and then my dad just kind of got evaporated into the group.
You mean absorbed?
No, it's my dad. It was evaporation.
That's not. No. I don't think even your dad would evaporate into anything.
You can feel Lex trying very hard not to laugh and keep like a calm composure.
Trust me, it's either Oh wait, no, I'm trying to say apparate.
It's actually
Ah.
very.
Apparate and evaporate are so different.
It's not the same.
It's very interesting that all our parents are connected
I mean,
Well,
by complete.
Sounds like a
chance they met
skill
each
issue.
other.
oh yeah, no, absolutely.
it's not even our skill that's the issue.
No. Skill issue, and he points to himself. Because he's basically calling himself an orphan that got adopted.
Max's arm, you know, good. And
I will
Gosh
throw another
darn.
snowball at you, Lex.
stop with the snowballs. First off, that kid who hit me earlier actually does have an arm. I know I played it up a bit, but no, that hurt.
And you think I'm going to hurt Lex with a snowball? Me.
If a child can hurt me with the snowball, I imagine Lex will not fare much better.
Lance does speak up. Isn't Lex allergic to cold?
Yep.
Oh
Just
yeah.
outright.
A water ball, then.
What? How is a water ball going to be different from cold?
Could warm it up.
Exactly.
That's an assault.
We said warm it up, not boil it.
I feel like Lex is currently in the middle of just muttering to himself of all of your IQ put together is room temperature.
Hey!
Please, that's rude. We're in the North Pole. It's lower than that.
He just starts to wheeze laugh.
Aster, you are. This is. Oh my. This is like trying to explain cardinal directions to Lance.
At least it's not absolute zero.
Who put cardinals on the directions?
Aster, please, no, not you too.
You're
Ominous
telling me
laugh
a
and go in.
cardinal directed this compass?
What does the cardinal company have to do with any
They're-
directions? Hello?
Cardinal
I'm talking about north, east, south, and west.
That's a genuine question.
I got written!
God.
Tsubasa just in the middle of this, just like, what is happening?
The friend group was being the friend group after so long. Okay?
But yes, my lovely sweetheart is probably going to put me on literal arrest if I do not tell you guys that I probably need to take the night.
Yeah, no, I
Yes.
saw.
No. Go. Go.
That's
get
why I
some
was
rest. I
Pushing jokes more than anything else. No serious bits, no Santa, just comedy. Oh, God, Lee.
So should I go ahead and
Can't
stop
believe-
recording then?
What got me was Cayde going, the Cardinal Company?
I was so confused. I was like, what's a cardinal company?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure anybody who was paying attention to the muted VC during that chaos, which was like
Yeah.
Tala and
Yeah.
No, I was
Yeah.
paying
Yeah.
attention, but I think I was also part of the chaos, so fucking.
yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, is recording stopped?
Should
Wait,
I guess I go ahead and stop it then?
Yep.
I told you that earlier.
I didn't hear
Okay.
you.